What if one day you'll wake up and find that the prices of essential goods have skyrocketed overnight, leaving you stunned and bewildered? The local grocery store, once a reliable source of sustenance, has transformed into a daunting mountain of inflated prices. What if one day a menacing force known as inflation descends upon the town, transforming their serene lives into a frosty and challenging ordeal? Will you be able to survive? Some of us won't, especially those living paycheck to paycheck. And so the Federal Reserve has committed to make the inflation not reach beyond 2%. Why is it that the Fed has promised such a goal? Are they certain to have maintained it? Well, that is what we are going to discuss with you today, together with the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Powell started his short speech by introducing the importance of price stability.
Price stability is really the foundation of a strong economy, and that the economy doesn't work for anyone without price stability.
What Powell wants to tell us is that this price stability is like the reliable superhero cape that keeps the economy from going bonkers. It's the glue that holds everything together and ensures a smooth ride for everyone involved. To help you understand price stability better and what fiasco will it bring if we don't have that, let us picture this. You stroll into your favorite neighborhood bakery, dreaming of sinking your teeth into a fluffy, glazed donut. But wait, without price stability, the cost of that donut might quadruple overnight. Suddenly, satisfying your sweet tooth becomes a luxury reserved for only the most elite sugar enthusiasts. Oh, the tragedy. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Price stability ensures that the cost of goods and services remains predictable. It's like having a reliable GPS system for your finances, helping you plan and budget with confidence. You don't want to be caught in a financial maze where the price of your morning coffee can fluctuate wildly, leaving you sipping air or accidentally breaking the bank. Okay, so this price stability and instability has something to do with inflation, which is what the Fed is trying to avoid recently. If the prices are high and unstable, inflation goes up. The consequences of unstable prices extend beyond the individual level. Businesses, like skilled tightrope walkers, attempt to navigate the precarious balance between costs and revenues, just like a small local cafe in the US, where the price of coffee beans skyrockets overnight. The cafe owner, armed with an entrepreneurial spirit, faces a dilemma. Either absorb the increased costs, risking their bottom line, or pass them on to customers and potentially dampen demand. It's a delicate dance between profitability and customer satisfaction, where humor and creativity can serve as the cafe owner's secret weapons. But the effects of high inflation ripple even further, impacting broader sectors of the economy. Now, what do the institutions have to do about these?
It is when we have high inflation, it is the responsibility and the obligation of the central bank to restore and sustain price stability.
Powell said, central banks are uniquely positioned to influence and control the overall level of prices in an economy. Through their monetary policy tools, such as setting interest rates and regulating the money supply, central banks can actively work towards achieving and maintaining price stability. Their primary mandate is often explicitly stated as maintaining price stability or controlling inflation. So again, one might ask, why is price stability considered the central bank's obligation and responsibility? Well, here are several reasons. Number 1, monetary policy. Central banks have the authority to implement and adjust monetary policy to influence economic conditions. By setting interest rates, they can influence borrowing costs, investment decisions, and consumption patterns. By managing the money supply, they can impact overall price levels. Central banks aim to strike a balance between promoting economic growth and maintaining stable prices, as both are crucial for a healthy economy. Number 2, inflation control. Inflation can erode the purchasing power of individuals and disrupt economic stability. High and volatile inflation can lead to uncertainty, reduced consumer confidence, and distorted price signals, making it challenging for individuals and businesses to plan and make rational economic decisions. Central banks play a pivotal role in controlling inflation and preventing it from spiraling out of control. Number 3, economic stability. Price stability is closely linked to overall economic stability. Unstable prices can create economic imbalances, increase the likelihood of financial crisis, and hinder long-term growth. By maintaining price stability, central banks contribute to a stable macroeconomic environment, reducing the risks of recessions, asset bubbles, and other destabilizing forces. Number 4. Public confidence. Central banks are entrusted with safeguarding the public's confidence in the currency and the overall economy. When people trust that prices will remain stable, they are more likely to engage in economic activities, invest, and save. Maintaining price stability fosters trust in the economy, enhances predictability, and supports economic growth and prosperity. However, it's important to note that achieving price stability is not a simple task. Central banks must carefully balance multiple factors, including economic growth, employment levels, and financial stability, alongside their mandate of price stability. Economic conditions, external shocks, and various other factors can also influence the central bank's ability to maintain stable prices. With all that had been discussed, one thing that Powell at the Fed is promising is to return the country to 2% and below inflation to not further harm families and businesses.
That's why the committee is so strongly committed to returning to our 2% goal. We think that failure to get inflation down would not only prolong the pain, but also increase, ultimately, the social costs of getting back to price stability, causing even greater harm to families and businesses.
The Fed and Jerome Powell might be confident to ensure the data, but this is in contrast with what the Americans and people globally have thought about increasing the rate of inflation. Others are saying that these are all lies, just a tall tale, or, dare I say, a colossal fib. You see, for these people, the idea of lowering inflation by precisely 2% may seem like a mathematical unicorn prancing in an economic wonderland. It's as if the Fed has a magical inflation dimming switch, and they can dial it down to the exact level they desire. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Humor aside, the skepticism stems from the complexities of economic dynamics. Inflation is influenced by a multitude of factors, including global events, fiscal policies, consumer behavior, and even the alignment of the planets. Well, maybe not the last one, but you get the point. The idea that the Fed can precisely dictate the inflation rate may seem like a whimsical tale spun by mischievous economic storytellers. But fear not, dear skeptics, for there is truth in this narrative. The Fed, with all its economic prowess and monetary tools, does strive to influence inflation. They employ policies, like adjusting interest rates or managing the money supply, to steer the economy and keep inflation in check. It's just that a lot of people do not believe in the statistics and call it a bluff. To sum everything up, the latter argument stated that maintaining a precise inflation rate is no easy feat due to the inherent complexities of the economy. But while other critics question the feasibility of a precise 2% inflation goal, proponents argue that having a clear monetary policy target is essential for maintaining price stability and guiding economic expectations. Ultimately, it contributes to the broader goal of achieving and sustaining price stability in the long run. What do you think about this topic? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Finance Zoo channel. I'll see you in the next video.